welcome again. It's gonna be Union Gaming versus Deadly Geniuses, and this is only the first remake, and we're gonna guys. If yesterday and today has told me anything, it's that remakes, loads, and disconnects are just abundant. So it's gonna be interesting to see if we can cast an entire game without any pauses. But I don't.
Entire game of Dota?
Yeah. No.
Please,
No.
sir, can I have more, sir?
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. I don't see it happening, but you never know.
But still, we are going to be here with our, I think, second game of the day.
Yeah, it's second game of the day. Yeah.
Which is going to be Union Gaming going up against Deadly Geniuses. Now, Union Gaming, both these two teams would kind of drop down to that lower two bracket, so to say.
Yeah.
With Union Gaming, they beat DGM, but then lost against Not and Duza.
Yeah, Duza, yeah.
And I also think they've replaced a lot of the players in their team.
Yeah, I don't know them well enough, but I know that there has been a few rotations in the Union Gaming squad.
10 seconds remaining.
It's gonna be interesting to see if they can perform consistently today, or if they're just gonna, fold over and kind of just instantly pick Centaur and Sky. So pocket strats galore this game.
Oh, on the other hand, you've got Deadly Geniuses. They're a team who I haven't seen before, as in obviously you do have a lot of teams form up who try in these events and do make it through the qualifiers, and so to say. And I'd say the Deadly Geniuses, they did lose up all their matches, but I did watch a few of them, and although they were up against very, very good opposition, they weren't terrible in terms of they weren't completely dominated and destroyed. They were doing things in the game. They were, they maintained a presence.
Yeah.
And compared to, some very, very good teams, as in DGS had to go up against M5 International, Aspira, the ex-M5 squad who are currently going under the name One Move Checkmate. And it's a case of the Deadly Geniuses, Union Gaming, they've got a new squad, or at least a new shake-up. They're in a little bit of a slump. Deadly Geniuses, maybe they can pull something out. They've already picked up two very strong heroes here, a Death Prophet and Jakiro. Push strats galore.
Yeah, and wow, I'm kind of surprised they let that Jakiro through, because we normally just see it instantly picked up on, whoever has the first pick.
Well, the real interesting one is a Death Prophet, who, outside the Brewmaster, who also hasn't been picked up, is one of the more highest picked, highest banned heroes, just because even though Ice Frog keeps nerfing her ultimate, teams are just going, well, we'll wait 10 more minutes until we win the team fight.
Yeah, exactly, and it's... Wow, and there the Brew is fourth.
To be fair, Deadly Geniuses can't really pick up Brewmaster. As in, the reason why the Brewmaster picks kind of vary between team and team is because of heroes like Scarith Mage. As in, the Brewmaster split had its cast time increased, meaning that Scarith Mage's silence is actually really, really dangerous and deadly. You jump in and you've got to immediately press that split and have faster reactions than the Scarith Mage, or you just get silenced and be sat there in the middle like...
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Yes.
Yeah, and for the brackets, I don't know if I can share. No, I probably can't share that with you. But again, guys, just for the record, lower brackets are best of 1 games. So that's where you gotta cheese your way out of it if you want to be in it for the finals. And the upper bracket is, of course, a best of 3 format. I'm not sure about the finals yet, but we're still a long ways from the finals. Oh, that's a best of 3. Best of 5. And the lower bracket finals is a best of 3. So there you go. Yeah.
Now, the real interesting thing we do have is that if Union Gaming do manage to win this match against DGS, they will actually have a
5 seconds remaining.
a comeback match, a revenger match against Not Today in the round 2 lower bracket. Obviously, Not Today, they did end up losing against Duza Gaming.
Well,
Radiant team pick.
There was a bit of yeah. Not Today, of course, being from South America, and Dusa being from Europe. I don't know specifically where, but they were like, Dusa Gaming wanted to play in US East because that was the most fair thing for them. They couldn't play on the European servers. They would have the 350 ping. They said pretty much all over the board. So there was a bit of back and forth communicate between the teams, and they decided to give the match to Dusa. Just because they couldn't play the servers they wanted to. So yeah. So hopefully it's not going to be the last we see of Not Today. But it was unfortunate because we were kind of hoping for that game. But yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit of a shame because of not today. They
Reserve
they
time.
are the best South American team out there coming in from Peru, and they really do they're like the hopes, I'd say, a little bit like MVP
Yeah.
for a career in the sense of they're the hope of that entire area, and it is a bit of a struggle for these places, especially like Australia, Korea to some extent, and South American teams, just because ping is a thing still.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
one day we'll have servers in the middle of the ocean that are exactly fair. But
Yeah, so
until
everybody
then,
has the same shitty ping, and it's gonna be all fantastic. But
yeah.
for the
I'm
time
afraid
being,
today this match has been disrupted because a shark hit the server.
well, would that be funny? The international go like, wait, we gotta stop, servers are down. A whale crashed it.
No, by then Valve would just have made like a huge underwater sea base where they hold the internationals
Oh
out
my
of sight and hidden.
Yeah, you have to pay $1 million just to get in the the tournament as a viewer or as a spectator. Gyrocopter, wow, going for it. Gyrocopter.
Oh yes, there's a game going on.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think that's good having PE and gyro? I guess it's a support gyro.
Well, I doubt it's a support gyro. My guess is they're going to go send Phantom Assassin mid, but at the same time, I don't like that against Death Prophet. Because Phantom Assassin, she can work as a mid hero, just because of, again, her blur is rather like the reason why Brewmaster is a good mid.
Yeah,
as in
exactly.
it
Seconds
avoids a
remaining.
lot of that auto attack damage that a lot of the good mids do. But Death Prophet, again,
5 seconds
she's
remaining.
amazing against Brewmaster, and she's also amazing against Phantom Assassin, just simply because Crypt Swarm is magic, and magic doesn't
Reserve
get affected
time.
by evasion.
And yeah, so I mean, gyro, PA can work mid, as you said, versus Death Prophet. Not gonna be doing too much because Death Prophet doesn't really care. She's just gonna spam you out of lane and doesn't really care about the blur effect. So pretty. I mean, right now Union Gaming is looking pretty scattered. Their team fight is semi okay, and their lanes are going to be pretty weak. I think Deadly Geniuses, just because they have the Undying and the Jakiro, I think two of the best. As you said, Undying just offers so much in terms of
Dire team ban.
fighting potential that it's crazy, and now picking up the Viper. So
And they're going aggressive tri lane.
yeah, this is insane.
Because what they're doing right now is that they're going to send Viper up against Centaur Warrener. And Viper against Centaur Warrener is the most one-sided
10
matchup.
seconds
I think
ever.
the second most one-sided matchup. The most one-sided matchup is OD
5
versus
seconds
Storm Spirit.
remaining.
yeah.
But the only difference is that Viper goes on to use his farm to start ganking immediately, while OD needs a whole bunch of
Reserve
farm
time.
to, spiral out
Yeah,
control.
run around and do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and because the problem is that Viper, the main reason why Centaur Warrener is such a good offlaner is he's so hard to kill because of his return.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
it,
Viper doesn't give a like.
well,
oh.
I think Go level up return. He loves it because corrosive skin
Yeah, it's
also
just
gets
gonna-
triggered,
Yeah, so
which means all you're seeing happening is you just hurting yourself, as in stop hitting yourself.
it's funny though because you don't actually have to attack. You just have to right click on the hero and start your attack animation to proc return.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
I played a ranked match and I was support. I don't know. I can't
5
remember
seconds
exactly what it was,
remaining.
and it was an offlane centaur, and I just kept pressing stop and right click, and I died.
Reserve time.
I was like, yeah, look at this damage, man. And the centaur was like, what the fuck just happened? But yeah, it's actually pretty funny that you don't have to, your auto attack doesn't have to connect to actually proc that. So kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm guessing that's going to appear on the Dota 2 fails at some
yeah,
point.
probably. Oh yeah.
But either way, we do see the bans coming out. It's going to be an IO ban on
Dire
Union
team
Gaming side,
pick.
and I guess that makes sense on the Deadly Geniuses side. I mean, I guess that makes sense because IO does kind of make that Phantom Assassin mid lane easier.
Yeah,
and
and you
Scarlet
could-
Mage Gyrocopter kind of works. As in, the issue you have is that Deadly Geniuses, they're going to pick up a strong carry that can go early game, as in maybe something like a Life Stealer or even just go super duper aggressive like something like a Sven, and just simply go, well,
10 seconds
you
Velvet
know-
remaining.
Titan. Okay, that's actually a hero.
Radiant team.
We
pick.
saw a lot of teams pick up actually early on, and if they didn't pick it up, they would ban it out pretty much in the second phase of banning. But actually going through to the 5th pick here for Union Gaming, and I could see this kind of working. You could get a stomp off into a centaur, into a gyro ulti, and or even just isolate somebody with stomp and get Skywrath, or Skywrath could pick up a kill. But
they've got a lot of single
10
target
seconds remaining.
capability with the Gyrocopter, Centaur, and Scarif Mage, and PA to some extent,
5
although she does
seconds
kind of
remaining.
require that farm and items to really get those crits going.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I
Reserve
think if
time.
Deadly Geniuses start snowballing out of control, it's going to
just-
be difficult for
Yeah.
Union Gaming to come back, because they don't really have that comeback mechanic, so to say. They don't have that tied under ultimate. They don't have that amazing brood, Enigma black hole. They kind of need to keep the level and goal advantage, and with the amount of pushing power
Yeah,
the
from
Deadly
Dead-
Geniuses
yeah.
have, that's going to be hard.
If you look
Deadly-
at Union Gaming, you don't really have an answer, right? Because they got Jakiro Death Prophet, which arguably right now is one of the strongest pushing heroes in the game because of the new
10
power system.
seconds remaining.
And it's gonna be a Kunkka. Wow. Okay.
Now
Do you like this?
that's
That's good. I like
interesting.
that. I like that.
As in, that could definitely work immensely. And it could actually mean that we're going Kunkka solo. In the sense, Kunkka versus Centaur Warrior. Centaur Warrior has a better matchup, but Viper is a good, aggressive tri-lane hero.
Yeah.
As in, Viper, he's got a slow, he does huge amounts of damage,
It's
and he's
also
pretty
tanky.
survivable.
Yeah. So a lot
He's
of
not... As in, the only reason why I thought he was going to be initially in that 1 versus 1 position, because he's just got such a good matchup against Centaur.
yeah. Like there's no matchup versus Viper. Like a solo matchup versus Viper is just a poor matchup. Like especially with as you said Centaur, but just like who do you put up against Viper that's actually capable? Maybe Razor to some extent, or but you
You
know
either-
it's
You either go Razor or a hero like Death
10
Prophet,
seconds
who
remaining.
doesn't fight Viper, she just takes farm as
yeah
well.
exactly and
In the sense that you don't
5
win the
seconds
lane,
remaining.
you go equal.
exactly. So it's but yeah, it's gonna be probably a an aggressive tri lane for DG, and Union Gaming are gonna be mixing it up. I'm not really sure what we're gonna be expecting. PA mid, maybe Elder Titan.
Well, they're probably going to play Elder Titan on the support role, just because you need Scent in that solo farm. You need Scent to get that fast level 6, get his fast blink. You just can't have him as a support. As in, we've seen him try to be playing that carry position before. It just doesn't work. And you've got a PA and a Gyrocopter as well, and you don't really want either of those to be on the support either. So their offlane is basically forced for them.
Yeah.
And Elder Titan, I guess, can kind of go mid if you want Gyrocopter support, but at the same time, it's not really where you put those heroes either. As an effectively, I'd say Union Gaming stuff are not the greatest position, but at the same time, mostly forced.
Yeah, and Union Gaming, I feel like their draft leaves much to be desired, but
Now, I would say that while I'm not going to call this for Deadly Geniuses yet, due to the fact that Union Gaming, they are still Union Gaming. They're still a very, very good team coming out of SEA Dota.
yeah.
At the same time, if this was two equal teams, I would say that Deadly Geniuses were hugely ahead right now due to this draft.
Yeah.
As they've got a solid strategy, they can easily finish this game before Undying starts to scale off, and they've also got potential for late game carry in terms of Kunkka, Death Prophet, and Viper.
Yeah.
As in, yes, they're all mid game carries, but if you've got that much pushing power and you'll get to the late game, then you're doing something wrong.
Exactly, and yeah, I think it's a dip. Oh my god, it's good. It's a good thing we're not streaming live. But yeah, it's objective-based Dota for DGS or DG, whereas I guess for UG it's just about being in the game long enough for the PA into the gyro actually kicks in. But again,
Well-
there's a fine line between hanging into the game and losing too many towers to come back.
Yeah,
It's-
as in, because this is the issue you're going to have, is simply a case of that Union Gaming need to outplay their opponents. They need to get those early ganks going. They need to basically make sure that the 5-man strategy from Deadly Geniuses doesn't come together fast enough before they can start giving up a defense of their own due to the advantage they've already gained through, their individual ganks. The problem is that that's a lot harder said than done.
Yeah.
As this is very, very difficult for them to pull off, just simply because of the Deadly Geniuses side. I do apologize. I keep calling them Deadly Gaming. It's very, very.
Yeah,
it
it's
is-
yeah.
Yeah, the Deadly Geniuses side. They're not exactly gankable. It's like there's no one on there apart from maybe Jakiro, who I'd say, well, he's really squishy and an easy gank target. All of them, you're going to need to put significant effort into taking out, and thrown to the fact you've got an Undying in the first 15 minutes when Union Gaming need to be the ones going around ganking, It's just so difficult to go up against Undying in the first 15 minutes of the game. He's possibly the strongest hero in that period.
Yeah. And I mean, they do have gyro to some extent to, you know, negate the tombstone, which is, of course, is one of the better team fights. I think it's one of the best team fights. I think that actually that's Undying's ulti right there.
Oh yes, I think Undying's actual ultimate is a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
But his tombstone is amazing. I'd say it's probably not the best team fight ultimate. I'd probably go for something like Tide Ravage, as it's
Or Enigma.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. If you could get it off, of course, that's yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Tide Ravage is probably more
Feasible?
consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you get Refresher on it. It's like you don't go Refresher Tombstone, but you do go Refresher Tide Ultimate because it's just so good. But either way, though, we do have our second pause of the game already. Getting the pauses out immediately.
Yeah.
So we're going to go right into these two lineups. And I'm not seeing a lot of J's in them. As we are going here on the Genius squad, we do have Death Prophet going to be played by GOS or Goz. We've got For Fun Game on the Undying. Jakiro is going to be played by just Ted.
It's
with
just
2 Ds.
Ted.
And Kunka's going to be played by Juza
Juza.
with 2 A's, showing how excited he is.
And Media's gonna be playing a Viper, correct? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice simple name.
Yeah, it's like, look at that, Ted, Media.
I like those names.
That's we can handle that. And with a smoke coming out, I'm gonna introduce the team for UG just in a second. As soon as we see the smoke actually clearing.
Yeah, they could catch out PA right now, which it looks like PA is actually going top. So it looks like they're going to try and send Gyrocopter mid.
That could be a kill on Jericho.
30 seconds.
He's gonna
to
get the
battle.
slow off, misses the torrent, and yeah, they do botch the kill on top lane. So it's actually Undying doesn't care. He's like, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, on the side in UG, we're gonna have Jericho playing the Skywrath top, supporting Vengeance on the PA. We're gonna have C-Talk or Daichi, I guess it is, on the Elder Titan, playing support, and we got Greedy playing Center Warrunner on the offlane, and mid we're gonna have Gyrocopter, which I think I haven't
Battle
seen
begins.
at any point in the game, played by Leo Style. So yeah, he's gonna be playing, Gyrocopter mid. Do you think that's a matchup he's gonna?
And this is actually probably going to be a kill onto
Oh,
the Scarlet
Jericho,
Mage right now.
yeah.
He got slowed, he got stunned, he's getting tombstoned up. Can he run away fast enough? I don't really think he can. He's just so squishy at the moment. One more right click from Viper, that will do it. That's going to be first blood already, and that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, and already the lane on top is pretty much won for DG getting that first blood there. Even though it failed at first, but you know, try again, and we'll see if it works, and it actually did. So PA gonna be having a really tough time here on top lane versus even a solo matchup versus a Viper, but a aggressive tri lane like this is gonna be horrible for him, and even with the Elder Titan supporting him, as well as I don't even know if Sky should be up here. He's just an easy target, you know, to get picked up.
Well, the issue you have with this Triangle is simply a case of that there's no threat from Union Gaming, as we do see that PA may have jumped up a little bit too far, but it looks like Scarlet Mage are going to be going on the Viper. The Ice Path's going to only hit 1. In fact, this may actually go down on the Viper right now, because he's taking a whole bunch of damage, and Elder Titan's going to finish that off.
Oh, and we see Fun for Game. Actually, I'm also probably going to take a drop here, and yeah, Tombstone does get dropped, but again, level 1 Tombstone is okay, but the cooldown is just too much. Viper rotating in, but does not have the damage, and Elder Titan going boots first is going to be just fine.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
that is going to be 2 actually kills there coming out from Union Gaming, and I feel that was the Union Gaming kind of initiated onto Deadly Geniuses, and they just didn't do anything until it was too late.
Yeah.
They just kind of sat there taking damage until realizing, hang on a sec, they're actually initiating.
Yeah, it was a weird engagement. I think DGS, they have to wait for the Tombstone to actually get up before they, you know, go for an engagement at all, because that's the strength of their lane. Viper is only level 2 level now, but he was level 1 the second he got jumped, and I mean his poison attack doesn't offer as much in terms of survivability, and he's not that tanky yet. So they should still play the lane carefully, but they're gonna win it. I'm pretty sure with the Tombstone, and of course Decay level 1 now is gonna be doing much on this lane. So yeah, been jazz though. And
In the meanwhile, we do actually have these other lanes coming out as Kunkka actually losing to the Centaur, as I would expect, as in Centaur's a very good 1v1 against most heroes. As in fact, we do see a very aggressive movement coming out from Deadly Gaming, and
they pick up the Radiant Courier though, and Elder Titan just rotating in, getting that pretty good pickup there, and it's a 2-for-1 actually. I'm kind of surprised the top lane messed up the way it did, but we're gonna see DG gonna be going for the dive here. Benja has full health. I don't see them killing him. Skywrath has to be the target and just pulling the lane a bit here. Elder Titan coming in, does not have much health either, but has boots. So, oh, what are you Undying, man? What are you doing?
It looks like he's trying to go for the creep, pull into the jungle, but at the same time, it's a little bit risky. Although we do actually see the Elder Titan's pretty low on health, so if he does get stunned up or killed,
one for game. He could be going down here if Benjas decides to jump him. Do we see it? Yeah, arrow.
Well, let's not want to go turn this around, as Benjas may be in a bunch of trouble as he's getting taken out, and the decay is going to be up in 5 seconds. Can he escape getting burned down? And
he's gonna get the kill. No, he's not gonna get the kill. Ted going in. Do see a bit of back diving here, and Viper going down as well. So that's a 1-for-1. Nether Talk, or sorry, Corrosive Skin finishing off. Benjas could be going down here. 11 health, and is gonna survive. Wow. Okay, interesting.
So that did end up being a 1-for-1 in the end, which was a little bit, probably slightly in favor of Union Gaming right there, because they did take out the Viper.
Greedy could be in a bit of trouble here, but does has his double edge ready, and he's gonna go for it here. Oh, he actually, no, Centaur. What?
Oh, he left it too late.
Yeah, he just. I think he would have definitely gotten the kill. Like, no, like hands down. There was no doubt in my mind. But yeah, deciding to wait and dying in the end, of course, because of it. So it's a 3-for-3. Conker actually regaining a bit of his lane, and top lane. I think Undying should just stay here, and the Jakiro should just rotate mid to mess up the gyro. He's been doing extremely well. They probably don't know this, but I mean, right now he's doing extremely well for himself, and I don't understand how Death Prophet, he's 11 to none, and Gyrocopter. Skywrath picks up a kill on top lane, and this trial lane has. Oh, bottom lane. Oh, sorry. I was pretty sure it was top lane, but Jakiro.
It looks like they're going in here. Oh, the Gyrocopter, he's got a haste. He's going of the damage. He's going to be taking out the Jakiro immediately. The Tombstone is doing its work, and he is going to get taken out. It looks like they're going to be trying to go on this Viper. Viper going to try and run away. The Stomp is going to slow him down and stun him up, and he's probably going to end up getting taken out. Gyrocopter's picking up a second kill, but Benjas is in a huge amount of trouble right now. He's getting right-click down. Death Prophet coming in for the kill.
And 7-4 right now. Death Prophet going to be keep chasing Gyro. I'm not really sure if that's a good idea. Wow. Death Prophet, man? Are you sure you want to be doing this? Gyro coming in? He's going to be just fine, Ted. Supporting him up. Dude, get back! Oh, wow. But now Gyro, probably the one who has to back off, diving under the tower like that. And do see Gyro going to be balling up here just fine. Elder Titan sneaking in behind. No biggie. But Gyro is really the one, like, he's 3k ahead, or 3k in terms of net worth right now, and is doing pretty well for himself. Wow.
And we do see right now that Kunka may be in a bunch of trouble right now, as we do see that PA has rotated down along with the Centaur, and they can definitely take out this hero. As we are seeing those ganks that we mentioned at the beginning of the game, as we see the Centaur ultimate is going to get popped out, the slow from the dagger, and this is a very, very dead captain.
Yeah. That is... Oh my god, that is unfortunate for the Kunga. He's been having a pretty rough game as well. He's actually, yeah. He's actually below the Elder Titan in net worth, and Elder Titan going to man mode here on Undying. Not really sure if that's the best thing to do. He does have the K up as well as Tombstone level 2, so.
And we are seeing right now that although I'd say Deadly Geniuses outdraft their opponents, there's a little bit of the individual skill coming in that they're kind of losing lanes that they shouldn't be, or not getting the advantages they should be.
Sticking his nose a bit out there, and Elder Titan actually going to be not helping his teammate. I'm really sure he's not rotating in. He does not have the mana for a spirit. He's just going to back off. I was kind of surprised there a second. Skywrath poking his head in like that. He's really squishy, and Viper going to face check a bit. Mid, do see a dive on Death Prophet. And that's a Death Prophet killing spree for. God, he could go for a Midas and still get it before 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually pretty amazing considering he went for phase boots first. He's just really farming up a storm.
Kunka, can he get Benjas? He needs one. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. He's gonna get him. There we go. Yeah.
Not even the crit is going to be enough, as Kunka is going to barely survive. The ping is coming out as well, and that is going to be a nice 1-for-nothing trade right there. But meanwhile, we do see Undying. He may be in a bunch of trouble. Centaur's coming in for the kills. The ultimate's going to get popped.
Yeah. And Greedy is gonna go down in the end, yeah, finally, to the corrosive skin, and he's gonna retreat on back. Not really sure why he maxed out poison attack like that, but
Yeah, generally you want to max out Nether Toxin because the amount of damage it does, but maybe a kill here
well,
onto Elder Titan. He's in so much trouble, and we do see that Scarsnake's
gonna
going to
get
be
a
careful as well.
triple
Yes,
kill.
he does.
finally, so DGS fighting back. There we go. And okay, so they pick up a kill on bot lane. I saw Konga health dropping like that. And not really sure why he stayed there. I guess the gank earlier from Benjaz was not enough to scare him off, so he decided to stay there. And Spanish, please. No hablo español. Sorry for the stream, but yeah, sorry about that, guys. We do not speak Spanish.
Radiant's
Stop.
bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like Undying has been extremely overwhelming this game, thus far.
Yeah, it is an issue you have a little bit at this stage in the game in terms of the Tombstone is generally better. He peaks around about his level 5, level 6 area once he gets that 3rd, 4th level in Tombstone.
Yeah.
The issue is that this aggressive Trident has not gone as well as he expected, meaning he hasn't got the levels that he would have wanted.
Yeah, and it's definitely not. I mean, DG picked up the first blood and should just have played it cool from there on out, just denying experience to the PA. And I mean, PA did rotate bottom, so there's really not much you can do. But then you should rotate the lane top as well, or just rotate some of the heroes top. We do see, and that's gonna be it for Undying. Gonna take a drop here again. Ted is just like the natural order, doing so much work, even though it's only level 1. And yeah, it's looking grim for DG for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be a dead buff as well. Still come out, and that's just too much damage for him to handle.
Yeah, but that is the issue we're starting to see right now coming out from a Deadly Geniuses. It's just a simple case of that they should be team fighting by now. As in, they should be so far ahead by now, or at least tied, that they come together, start taking out towers, and there's nothing the opposing team can do. The issue is, because they lost their lanes, that's not happening. And they're trying to basically make their comeback, giving Union Gaming the chance to stabilize in this game, but they don't really have any, you know, realistically looking at their picks, they don't really have any reason to still be in this game.
No. I don't see it work. Like, losing the early game like that, even though it's only 10 minutes into the game, it's 14-8, and they lost their aggressive top. Benjaz could be going for the dive, but decides to not. And yeah, they did switch up the lanes though, finally.
Radiant's top tower
and are going to be applying the pressure on bottom.
Cover your eyes. Dire's bottom tower
But still, as in, this is, 10 minutes in and not a single tower has gone down, and only now the fortifications having to be popped. Against, with a Death Prophet,
Jakiro,
yeah,
who's maxing
Jakiro,
out liquid, so
that's just not good enough.
yeah. And they're gonna fall off, as you talked about. I mean, Jakiro is still a good support, but Undying is gonna fall off pretty quickly, and especially with the Gyro being as big as he is. Like, he's got Dominator as well as Face Boots, Bottle, and Aquila. 10 minutes into the game, so
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
he's going mad in the mid lane.
Now, we are going to be seeing this tier 1 tower going down up here in the bottom lane, but it's 11 minutes in, that's going to be the first one going down. They need to pick up a lot more at this point, as the Centaur is going to pick up his Blink Dagger.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and Undying going to be looking to get some experience. Does have Tombstone level 3. I think they should force the fight top, just set a salve out to Undying and just force the issue top, honestly, because right now they need towers more than anything. Just force the fortification and then take the tower. But yeah, what about Death Prophet? What is she? Oh, she's top, so yeah, definitely force the fight top and see if they can make something happen. And if they lose that, I guess it's
Radiant's middle tower is under
mid.
attack.
Juicy, Juicer going down.
Those ganks just coming in, it's so strong on the single target damage, and that's the problem you have when you're not going as 5-man ganks, in the 8-9 minute mark, is that it gives you the opposite team the chance to get those individual targeted ganks, as the ultimate is going to get popped from a Death Prophet, and the tier 1 tower is going to go down pretty quickly.
Yeah, and they probably had fortification ready, right? Because
yeah, they probably forgot to pop it, so a little bit of mistake coming out there from Union Gaming.
Yeah, and they are going to claim their own mid tower right now.
It looks like they're going to be trying to rotate down. They may find Elder Titan.
Yeah, he only got the stall from the Viper. Stun comes out, and Tombstone dealing damage with the Death Prophet ulti. Like, that's the... Like, they need that to happen a lot more, like, to pick up those kills and gonna try to fight them. Do we see Greedy just juking the Ice Path and trying to fight up the Viper? Oh, and he's gonna take a lot of damage. Finally gonna go down here, I think. Yeah. And Media is the only one doing fairly well. Do we
And we see a 3-man ultimate there coming out from Jakiro. Nice stomp combo coming in there, but at the same time, they do manage to pick up only a 1-for-nothing right there. Jakiro's trying to go in for more damage, but he's got no mana. He's got really nothing to do in this team fight right now against this, pretty strong still early game lineup.
Yeah. And they are gonna farm. They are gonna go on back. I'm not too sure. Are they gonna rotate mid? Yeah, I guess so. It's gonna be a blade mail for the Viper.
I guess that's what they're trying to go for right now. Is they do already have that broadsword, so that does suggest a blade mail, which could work considering the crits that will be coming out from Phantom Assassin and the additional HP that Viper will get when he picks up his Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, makes a bit of sense, I guess, but it just seems like you want some cost-effective items now instead of waiting for the Scepter or Mantis or something like that. But yeah, interesting pickup though. Still, haven't seen him rush into blade mail like that. We do see Centaur and Sky. Gonna be looking for the ganks, and
yeah, they all
the
smoked
ganks,
up.
man. He's gonna spot out the Jakiro. Skywrath going first, and does not miss the stun, and that's just Ted going down. Nothing they can do, and I don't know. Maxing out Tidebringer has its benefits, but I think going one more in X marks the spot makes a lot more sense, and he's gonna get. No, what is?
A few looking crits there coming out from Phantom Assassin, but at the same time, I feel that they just popped that tombstone a little bit too early, ran up into a place where they had no vision, and just got completely punished.
Yeah, this is just looking. This is going to be a full-on team wipe, I think, for DG if they keep going, and they're going to crush the issue. Actually, Media dealing the damage and does not have mech ready, and here we go. That's going to be the entire squad of DG going down, even though they did get a kill for the Viper. It's just not an. It just doesn't, justify the way they're going in like that, so it's going to be a mid tower, I think.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, but that's going to be a 2.5k swing in favor of Union Gaming, as Union Gaming, they're just outplaying their opponents right now. This ain't due to strategy or picks, just simply their individual positioning means that it's very, very difficult for Deadly Geniuses to pick up what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and we do see a Mask of, as the chat pointed out, we do see a Mask of Madness on the Mask of Manliness on the PA. It's kind of interesting going for that. I mean, it's not bad or anything. It's just it makes her a lot more susceptible to damage. But I guess it doesn't really matter. They're pretty far ahead, 21 to 10, and roughly what 10k in net worth and a bit more. So it's
well,
okay.
Generally, if you're going to pick up a Mask of Madness on Phantom Assassin, you do it for 2 reasons. The main reason is because it increases your farming early on, before a Battle Fury. In this kind of situation where you need to kind of have relevance in the early game. It increases your farming quite considerably, because if you're doing more damage, then you're, killing more creeps, you're doing more, you're getting more gold.
Yeah.
It also, if you're in a 1 versus 1 situation with someone like a Centaur to get the initial stun off, it means you can basically get free right-click damage going on.
Greedy.
Radiant's top tower.
Greedy is being a little bit greedy right now. In fact, he's going to be running in towards his own enemy tower.
It's fine. He's got this.
The direst elements are pelting Radiant's bottom.
Now we do see that Viper is going to finally build up that Nether Toxin build, but again, I don't agree with this maxed up poison attack. In fact, if I say out of any, you max up poison attack last.
Yeah, I would actually get Corrosive Skin, seeing that his team was suffering pretty badly and he had to tank up in the fights. I would say, okay, I gotta swap from a poison attack build to a Corrosive Skin or Nether Toxin build. I would just always Greedy gonna go in with a 1-man stun, and that's just gonna be 1 dead hero, 1 dying again. Misses the hero, or misses with the boat. It is gonna be a kill on Greedy though, and Kunkka, not Kogna. Kunkka finally gets a kill, but that's a destroyed tier 1 tower on T2 tower on top lane, and yeah.
As in, when you've got more towers than the opposing team, and your opposing team is Jakiro and Death Prophet, you just know that things are not going your way.
Yeah.
Well, if we look at the stats, the experience is 7.5k in favor of Union Gaming. The gold is over 10,000, and although Union Gaming, their lineup is a little bit greedy, if you're 10,000k ahead, that doesn't really matter.
No, that's actually a good thing, right? Because you're like, oh, right, we got away with this kind of draft in, the sense that they have a Gyro who's extremely fat, gonna pick up his BKB right about now. Yeah, there we go. The PA did suffer a bit, but I don't know what she's gonna rush now or get now. She's gonna probably get the BKB herself or something else. Could go for Battle Fury if she actually wanted to, just to get that explosive damage output. there's so many possibilities for the side of UG, and they got the core items on Centaur. They got Elder Titan with Tranquils and Soul Ring, so he's pretty set, and he's gonna have his Yule Scepter in just a few minutes here. And I mean, the supports of UG are pretty set for the next, I would say, 15 to maybe 20 minutes or something. So yeah, it's looking bad for DGS. Like they're missing so many items. I think the only item they have right now is Mech, and everybody else is like just scraping by with what they got. We are seeing Yules almost up on the DP, and it's just not enough. Like, it's just not enough.
I think the Death Prophet, I mean, the Viper, he is doing okay in terms of farm, sitting at third, not that far away from the...
From the PA, yeah?
Yeah, from the PA Jakiro. Not Jakiro, Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this isn't that kind of team where Viper can just simply go up and straight up hard carry. I was going to see everything gets
More
popped.
Fun game. Again, overextension has been the name of the game for our dear Undying. Look at this. This is just... I think this is going to be GG. Yeah. Union Gaming just dismantling the side of DGS, and it's going to be a full-on team wipe actually. Again. And
Yeah,
it's going to be a
GG.
GG well played, yeah.
The GG well play gets called there, and the problem was just simply a case of every single team fight, Deadly Geniuses were out of position. And that allowed the heroes like Scarlet's Mage to get his damage. It allowed heroes like Elder Titan to do his damage. It allowed the Gyrocopter to hit a good ultimate about 4 or 5 times there.